right, good morning. Good morning. It is Monday. It's 2:45 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I've been saying that. I was looking at videos from over 3 years ago. My face looks different. My neck looks different. My arms look different. Everything about me looks different. 3 years ago, I've been saying that. Matter of fact, 3 years ago, I wasn't saying good morning. It's 2:50 something a.m. But now I get up a lot earlier, and it all ties in together with the same, just trying to be the best me by building the best discipline inside of me so that I can make the right decisions, because that's what it ultimately has always boiled down to, was becoming more disciplined inside so that I can make the best decisions, whether it was for how I ate and how I took care of myself, or how I showed up for my family, or what I did with my clients, or my workout, or my eating, whatever the case may be. It was about making sure that if I could discipline myself to get up early, if I can discipline myself to go to the gym. And at the time, 3 years ago, it was discipline. I was trying to build up a discipline to be able to get on this phone, because what I used to do is I'd go in. I was a member of this group where I was spending, I spent probably about $20,000-$30,000 of this for this supposed elite coaching training. And what I would do was, I had all these different role play partners and accountability partners all over the country. My coach was out of Australia, so he was always on a different time. But what my schedule looked like in the morning was, I would go into my office, I would get myself ready, go through a routine, and then I would get on the phone and start role playing and start practicing with different people. At the time, I was practicing on the phone with people from Chicago, North Carolina, Australia, and even some other places. And I was practicing to learn how to be able to speak to people on the phone, to be able to sell my business or sell myself to people over the phone, to set appointments over the phone, to show up and take listings and help buyers over the phone. And that was one of the things I did not want to do. I wasn't comfortable with it. I mean, before I would, if I used to make phone calls starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, about 7:59, it never failed. I promise you this. I would have to go to the bathroom. Every single time, my nerves would get to me so bad that before I could start dialing on that phone, and I used this dialer that would dial upwards of 400 or 500 numbers in a given hour until somebody picked up the phone, I would literally have to use the restroom. But I say all that to say, I didn't want to make the calls. I didn't want to go to the gym. There's a lot of things that you don't want to do. So I figured I would just take something that I could do, but that wasn't normal. I mean, I could make phone calls to people, but I didn't want to. I didn't like people slamming the phone down in my face. I didn't like people telling me that, what was some of the words I would hear? That I'm a predatory salesperson, and if I had a real job, I wouldn't be calling people on the phone. I mean, people would get outrageous. People would get, they would go to that point. They would get there. And you just got to a point where you were like, dude, is this really going to work? And you just didn't want to do it. But I knew that it was going to benefit my business. It was going to benefit my skills. But I didn't know it then like I know now, that it made me a better salesperson. It made me a better agent. Because it forced me into other aspects of life that allowed me to build more of me out. And here's the funny thing, the growing is not done. I don't think you ever stop growing. Physically, yes. I don't think you ever stop growing mentally. I don't think you ever stop learning how to either be a better you, how to understand you, whatever it is you're trying to do. I don't think you don't stop growing in your relationship with God. You just don't stop growing. So I developed disciplines that I know would help me do the things that were hard to do. Because see, I get to make a decision on whether or not I'm going to wake up at 1:40 in the morning. I get to make a decision on whether or not I'm going to go to the gym. Those decisions allow me to make difficult decisions. Because they're hard, they're routine-based. But they don't challenge the core of who I am. But I build them so that when I do get challenged with things that hit the core of me, then I can rise to the occasion. I can show up. I can perform. You know, right now we're working on this budget and our household budget, our finances, and I got all these crazy insurance plans. And me, I don't have a job where I walk in and they say, hey, here's your 401k, and here, I'm like, I got to get up and go after it every single day. And right now I have to make a decision about life insurance and health insurance and medical and dental. So other things that I may have wanted to commit my money to have taken second and third row to what's going to be the best area to place my money to keep my family safe. See, it's the early mornings that I've been doing for the past 3-4 years. I've been doing these videos for 3 or 4 years. That's allowed me to make those decisions and say, no, not that way, this way. This is what we need to do. This is the long game. This is what's going to help us. And just have faith. That whatever I'm short of, whatever I lack, it's possible. I don't have to look too far for it. Let me clarify something. I don't believe that God has created me and then said figure out how to get there. Or the thing that I needed to make my life complete was hidden in the dirt. are 10,000 miles away in a jungle. I believe God, when He created me, He gave me everything I needed inside. So here's the next question. How do you find out what's inside? How do you get to that? A whole lot of praying, a whole lot of worshiping, and a whole lot of studying. Will help you figure out what's inside. And it'll start to unlock the things that you need. So the disciplines that I put in place years ago are just now starting to serve their purpose. So don't get caught up in the trap of thinking that things happen overnight. Just like that. Because you may find yourself like some people quitting because you think it didn't work. But the reality is, it takes time. It legitimately takes time. And I'm not even close to figuring out, and I'm happy about that, because if I figured it out, what would I do tomorrow? So I get to become a better dad, get to become a better husband, I get to become a better Christian, I get to become a better family member, I get to become a better human being. And, you know, what's time? When you're trying to become the best you that God created, what's the rush? I want it now. I want it now. They got it now. They got the car now. They got the house now. They got the money now. They look like they're doing it now. But you don't know what they've been through to get that. So the disciplines that I enacted years ago with waking up and getting out the door early are just now serving their purpose. Years later. Years. I'll leave it at this. The mountain only looks big if you're still standing at the base of it. At some point, you're going to have to take a step up the mountain. The view is better from the top. I'm not even at the top, and I can tell you that. The view is better from the top. But you got to get there.